Adventurers and artists, welcome back. This video is one I haven't really been looking forward to make because it means that look at this. This is our new puppy, Birdie. I'm actually puppy sitting right now, and he's just woken up from a nap, and he's in his menace stage. I've just woken up from a nap as well. Birdie, let go of the sock. Good. Okay, you let go. Uh-oh. He's after me. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Okay. What's this video about? And why am I holding this manuscript? Well, and you know what? I'll take my hood off. I'm sorry about the hood. Let's see. Let me prop up my phone. I specifically wanted this video to be super casual because my videos on this channel have always been like, I've always wanted to, present a nice video. It's to a fault, really. I've always had this like perfectionist almost mindset and attitude where I only want to make videos that is like really good. I have this thing where I only want to create like fantastic work, right? That's a good thing to have, I think. It's like this, we strive for excellence. I like to strive for excellence in my creative pursuits. I want to create the absolute best things that I'm capable of creating. I think that's a natural thing as an artist and as a creative person to have this, to have this thing within me that I only want to create something that's like excellent and fantastic. The problem is that it also stops me from just creating sometimes. Like, for example, what I'm explaining here with this channel, like, I don't want to upload this video because I just put on the camera and just started recording. Literally, my puppy here, Birdie, was attacking my socks, attacking my feet, and I haven't scripted anything. I thought I'd just hit record and just start rambling to the camera. And it's like, oh, no, it's not perfect, so I can't upload it. You know what I mean? But this is just me expressing myself. Like, I haven't even thought about what I'm going to say. This is completely spontaneous. I don't even know why you're watching this. Anyway, I have a serious problem. Firstly, like I just explained, I have this desire to create excellent work as a creative. That's good. That's a good thing to have, I think. But the other thing is that I have so many things that I want to create. That's the problem that I'm talking about here. I have so many things that I want to create. I have this my mom thinks, she jokes that it's like, oh, you've got this another story idea. So I've always wanted to be a writer. It seems silly because this channel is about music and it's always been about the piano. It started off with, kind of sharing and documenting my piano journey and my music journey, just sharing like my piano music and things. But last year, I actually tried to integrate this new side onto this channel where I rebranded as Adventurers and Artists, right? That's how I start every video. Adventurers and Artists, welcome back. What does that even mean, right? I kind of wanted to expand more outside of my music to incorporate other things that I'm doing. And so I thought that, you know what? I'll actually make this channel about creativity. I'll make this channel about expressing my creativity and talking about issues that we all have as creatives. And I'm like, that's actually a really good idea for a channel. Talking about, for example, how to overcome writer's block, how to be more inspired, how to be more creative, how to be motivated to create stuff, how to monetize your work. Things like this, these are all things that we all deal with as creatives, right? Okay, cool. That's great. And you know what? I actually started a whole second channel just for music because I felt that I've still got to do something about music, right? But see, there's the problem. I started a second channel. So I'm like, okay, now I've got another channel. Now I've got two channels I want to grow. Oh, crap. But here I'm on a whole tangent. I originally started with telling you how I was I always wanted to be a writer. And that's why I was expanding this channel, is because I wanted to incorporate writing as well, because go figure, I'm a writer as well. I write books. Well, I've written a book, and I've just started writing my second book. So this is all to tell you that, yeah, I've got a problem, because I have so many like ideas that I want to work on. You know what I mean? Like, I have too many creative ideas, and I want to work on all of them. And going back to the very first point that I made, I want to make them all excellent. I want to be, I want to do justice to all of my creative projects, to both of my YouTube channels, to every single book I write. Like this book here, I'll talk about this book in a second. When I finished writing this book, when I got to the end of this book, here, this is the end here, part 4. Part 4, this bit here. When I finished writing this book, I was so blown away. I was like, oh my God, that ending is crazy. This is the best thing I've ever created in my life. I love this book to dear bits. This is currently, I'm 26 years old. This is my magnum opus. I think so. Only a couple of people have read it. It's my mom and my sister and my dad. But I love this book so much. I'm going off on a tangent again. What am I saying? I haven't scripted this video at all. This is so spontaneous. Oh yeah, I was saying that when I got to the end of this book, I actually made like an oath that I'm like, I want every single ending of every single book that I write to be better than the ending in this book. It's hard for me to like talk about this, because obviously only I know what happens in this book, and I feel stupid, because you obviously don't know what this book is, or why would you care about this book? But yeah, it means the world to me. And yeah, there's too many things that I want to do, man. So that is my problem. Let me explain it in a more like straightforward way. I'm actually at university still as well. I'm in my 3rd year of university, to make matters worse. So I've still got to finish university. I'm in 2 bands. I didn't even mention that. I'm in 2 bands as well. And, they're both doing very well. They're playing a lot of gigs. So with bands come band practices and gigs. And that is actually like, just between university and 2 bands, that's already like so much stuff. There's so much of my time right there, and a good time. I love playing gigs, man. I love playing keys in these bands, and I love, writing new music and just jamming and band practice, hanging out with the band. So much fun, right? So yeah, university, 2 bands. I already mentioned 2 YouTube channels. I already mentioned a book I'm trying to write. But actually, I haven't even mentioned my top priority this year. Piano practice. I've literally prioritized piano practice, and I'm aiming for like daily 2. I call it my daily 2. Daily 2 hours of piano practice, because the thing with my piano practice is it's actually practical, because I'm actually out there in the world playing the piano, playing the keyboard in these bands. I felt that was like the most practical thing for me to work on and prioritize. So yeah, I've got my piano practice. And yeah, also what I do on this channel is composing new music and producing videos for this channel here, which is, I've got the solo piano music videos called The Piano Box. My most recent upload was that. It was called Time Away. I just threw together some, scenic footage and solo piano stuff. And then I also love to compose orchestral fantasy music. Do you see the problem here? Even if I just took one of those things, let's just take orchestral fantasy music. My favorite composer, maybe my second favorite, I love his music, okay? His name's Gareth Coker. He composed the soundtrack for these games, Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and his sound is magical. My favorite composer is Jeremy Soule. He composed the soundtrack for Skyrim, Oblivion, and Guild Wars, to name a few. I love his music. It's a magical orchestral sound, and I want to be able to compose music like that. But to compose music like that, that's a whole craft. And the only way that Gareth Coker got to that point where he composed that incredible music is because he focused solely on that craft. And that's what allowed him to, compose such incredible music. So if the only way that I could compose like as incredible and excellent music as Gareth Coker is if I dedicated everything just to that one little thing that of all the things I mentioned and I'm trying to do. Piano. Jazz piano. I didn't even mention it. It's jazz piano. That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm practicing. Jazz piano specifically. And I love like Oscar Peterson, Bill Evans, Keith Jarrett. These guys are the piano masters. And there's something about just this level of mastery on the piano that I've always wanted to reach, this like level of mastery, because there's just something about like being so technically proficient and being able to just create incredible music, right? It's a thing that you get when you're dedicated to music and you're dedicated to an instrument. It's like mastery. Oh man. So I also want to kind of, be an incredible pianist. I want to master the piano. But that also in itself, those masters I mentioned, Oscar Peterson, Keith Jarrett, Bill Evans, I'll never get to their level. I can strive to get close to their level. The thing is, they dedicated their life just to that. Sorry, I'm getting so excited. I don't know why I'm getting excited. This is like... Books. Brandon Sanderson, okay? He is my favorite author. I love Brandon Sanderson. He is like this incredible fantasy author with this incredible creative output. He has the most ridiculous creative output of any creative I've ever seen. Why? I haven't even looked at the shot. There's a leaf in it. Hey, leaf. What are we on? 12 minutes? I'm sorry. I'm rambling. I don't even care. I just put on the camera and I'm recording. Look, Birdie's still down here eating my socks. Anyway, books. Brandon Sanderson only is able to achieve his incredible output in books because he just writes books. He just writes books, which is why he's able to like write the best books in fantasy. Arguably, he's the best, most prolific author in fantasy, maybe ever at the moment. Man, like, I'm looking at this book here. Look at it. It's a stonky thing. It's called The 10th Rule. I already mentioned, like, this is the best thing I've ever created. And it's like, man, I could, if I dropped music entirely, if I canceled both of my YouTube channels, I quit my bands. This is a hypothetical. I'm not going to do this. But if I dropped music, dropped my YouTube channels, and just wrote books, you know what I mean? I feel like I could have a decent shout at becoming like, some kind of next Brandon Sanderson. Not really. I'd become the first Joshua St. Clair. That's the whole idea, right? I don't want to be the next Brandon Sanderson. No. But I would like to achieve the same kind of, creative output as Brandon Sanderson, the same kind of mastery over storytelling, the same kind of, see, Brandon Sanderson has become the master of his own imagination, meaning like his creative ideas, the ideas he has in his imagination, he's able to like turn them into these incredible books that people are able to read. That process, it's like, you know what I mean? It's turning your creative ideas into something that people can enjoy, something tangible. Transmutation process, right? I have these ideas. I've always had these ideas since I was like 10. I started coming up with these fantasy story ideas. And I would love to be able to like you know, craft them into their best form. But in order to really do that, I would have to have all the time available, right? So yeah, this is a serious problem that I have. But you know what? At the same time, it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. This is like the joy of being a creative. This, at the same time, you know, it's only a problem under one paradigm that I can't, because I want to do everything. That's the thing. I actually can't drop any one of these things I've mentioned because I love them too much. And no matter what people are going to say, like, I'm not going to drop any one of these things. And I'm going to try my best to, like, really flesh all of them out. Obviously, there's finances involved as well. Unfortunately, I do have to survive financially. Thankfully, I'm still in university this year. But after this year, I'm going to have to survive somehow. I'm going to have to pay the bills somehow. And I think I'll do that with music for now, because music is where I'm most capable at the moment, I think, as a creative. I'm planning to, like, teach piano online and stuff. That's why I'm growing the other YouTube channel, so that I can kind of, you know, grow a little bit of an audience around keyboard, piano stuff, music stuff. So what was I saying? I was saying that it's actually not a problem at all, because it's really hard to understand if it's a problem or not. What do you think? Are you still watching? I don't even know. Are you still watching this? Thank you. I mean, I'm literally just speaking random gibberish about a problem that I'm having as a creative. I'd be interested to know if you're having this problem as well, so that, you know, just to know that I'm not alone. The thing is, I'm still happy. You know, I'm a happy creative, because I do get to do all of these things that I love to do. I'm working on so this is the first book of a series called the Adventures of Jazz Cat and Reggae Dog. I wonder if it's... No, I don't have the title. Yeah, so the series is called The Adventures of Jazz Cat and Reggae Dog. This is the first book, The 10th Rule. It's my favorite creative project ever. The second book is called The Old Guard. I'm well into it now. I'm in the outlining process. So I've come up with, like, the ending, the beginning. I've got all the characters, obviously. They're all the same characters in this book. They're all cats and dogs, by the way, if you're wondering. And it's set in a world where, like, music and live music is, like, under attack, and it's dying. Things are happening in the world. A lot of technology, AI, and all these things are kind of, like, taking over. Live music is dying. Instruments are being actually sabotaged and stuff. And obviously the main cast, they're musicians, and they've got to fight back this tyranny with live music, with, you know, actual music and stuff. You know what? I don't have much more to say. Well, I have everything more to say. I've just been rambling this whole time. Yeah, I think I'll leave the video there. Thanks for watching, I guess. Please, I'd be really interested to know your thoughts on this whole issue. Do you think it's a problem? Do you think I should just keep doing everything? I guess I did have a conclusion, actually, a resolution to all of this. I've decided that I am actually going to narrow my focus and kind of, like, not try to do everything at once, but more have, like, episodes and chapters where I'm just focusing on one thing at that time. So at the moment, I've decided that my piano practice is actually the ultimate. Of course, I didn't mention that on top of all this, I still have, like, kind of, you know, healthy lifestyle things to take care of. You know, I've got my spiritual practice to take care of, my good, you know, a good sleep routine, a good diet, exercise, all that stuff. I've still got to show up to university, and there's obligations involved and stuff. So there's all that too, on top of the creative process and all of the creative projects I've mentioned. But yeah, I think my priority at the moment is piano practice, just focusing on that. And then once I've finished, also while that, I can still do a bit of outlining as well of my book. And then once I'm ready to like do the draft, I'm just gonna focus on the draft. Smash out the draft of that book, The Old Guard, second book. Once the draft is finished, in about June or July, that's when I'm gonna put absolutely everything into growing my YouTube channel. Unfortunately, not this YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm gonna focus on the other YouTube channel because the videos I want to make for this YouTube channel, the vision I have for them is like too grand, too creative almost. They're like I want to explore like all these, I want to make them very magical and like epic fantasy kind of videos about the creative process. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to narrow my focus. That's it for this video. I guess what it means is that I won't be posting here much at all in the near future. Whenever I compose a piece of music for fun or make a video for fun, one of those like adventure mode ones or piano box ones or maybe something silly like this, then yeah, there'll be a video. But yeah, unfortunately, I can't say that I'll be posting here frequently or anything like that. I'm so sorry if you've been looking at this channel or anything. That's about it. Let's see how Birdie's doing. He's literally been here the whole time. Hey Birdie, say hi. Say hi. Hey Birdie. He's a cute boy, isn't he? So I'm gonna get on with looking after Birdie and upload this video, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you later.